Are you considering buying a home this year? In this market, you want to follow the advice of people who know what they're doing because it's a tough market. Real estate agent Ron Stigger is here. Home loans are expected to get more expensive. We got the supply of homes on the market overall still low. So can you expect to even gain the upper hand if you're trying to buy a home, or do you just hunker in for a bidding war?
You know, there's ways of getting around a bidding war, and I think for buyers, because it is such a strong seller's market, we just need to be prepared. So when we see that home that we love, we have got to move quickly so that there is no bidding war.
Define quickly, because a lot of people think quickly is, a couple days. That's slow.
That is really slow. So quickly is knowing that you want the home and that you don't want to play around with it, and you get in there and you get your best offer immediately. And that's ours.
You recently had a home that you put on the market for a client at midnight. When did you get the first bid?
Well, when I got up that morning, I had an agent showing it, and we had a bid in by 12 o'clock and an offer accepted by 12:30.
So 12 hours later, 12 and a half
12 hours later,
the house is off the market.
It's gone.
Which brings me to my next question. Can you do this even without a realtor? If you need, you need someone with their ear to the ground to know when these houses are popping up? Because you're not going to see them within an hour.
Absolutely, great. I'm so glad that you said that. Can it be done? Yes, it can be done. I think it would be really, really tough. So, and I don't understand why a buyer would do that, because the buyer does not pay commission. So you want somebody experienced, someone who has been around the block a couple of times, that is looking out for your best interests.
So for people who are buying their first home, they don't pay the realtor anything if they're hiring a realtor, but it's the seller who pays the realtor.
The seller pays the commission.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's a good way to go for it. With mortgage rates, they're up around 4%. How high are they expected to go by the end of 2018?
You know, that's a really tough question, because and a lot of experts find that to be a hard question as well. But most experts are saying for 2018 that the rates are going to slightly increase, which really makes a huge difference in the home that we're buying. So a slight increase means a smaller home. Your payments could possibly go up. So again, let's get ahead of the curve. Let's get our offers in as quickly as we can before that mortgage rate does go up.
What if you're getting ready to sell a home? Is the pressure alleviated a little bit because it's a seller's market? Do you have to still stage it and paint the walls neutral and do all the stuff that you had to do 10, 15 years ago?
You know, you want to make sure that that house shines. You do. We have very smart buyers in the market, and they're using smart agents. I happen to be one of them. So, yeah, you want to make sure that it shines. And if it doesn't look good, it will sit there.
What are the top two things that a seller needs to do right now?
We've heard it all the time, and it's still true today. And that's the kitchen and bathroom. You want to make sure that those look good. Sometimes that's a little out of the price point for some of the sellers. So paint, decluttering is huge, and a deep clean. We do not sell our homes the way we live in them. So make sure that they're polished, and that when someone comes to visit the home, that they're seeing the home and they're seeing it clean. Do
you advise your clients to remove all personal effects from the walls?
I do.
Why is that?
Because we don't want a distraction. We want to sell the house. We have pictures up, and our children are gorgeous, and if people are walking through and they're looking at our children, then they're not looking at our home. So take the pictures down and make sure that they're seeing the home.
What is the number one thing then that you would tell a buyer in this market, in addition to moving quickly? What else do you need to do to get the home that you want?
You know, I think being honest and talking to the seller, one thing that we do a lot is that love letter. We write a letter to the seller, and we tell them why we love the home so much.
You have the person who wants the house write a letter.
Yes.
A true love letter. So you are like, dear so-and-so, I want your house because?
Absolutely.
And that works?
It works. True story. We just had this happen. Little boy, we went out and we saw 5 or 6 homes one day. And the little boy, when he got to the home that he loved, he was 2 years old, he started crying. I took a picture of that. And I sent it to the listing agent. We got the house.
This kid will be devastated if you don't accept his parents' offer.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. A brilliant choice. And it worked.
It worked. We got the house.
So you can always play on their emotions. So take the pictures of your kids off the wall if you're selling, but if you're buying, send a picture of your kid.
Absolutely.
And explain why you want to live there. Ron, thank you so much. Great advice for a buyer or a seller in 2018.
Thank you. It's always fun being here.
Christine is whipping up